Hello, everyone. I hope you are having a good day today. Um, Today, I will be exploring the financial future with Google Bard's AI tool. This is the second episode of kind of the finance series spinoff that I'm doing. The first episode was about Roth IRAs and 401ks. Those are investment accounts focused on long term sustainable growth in um, financial markets. Traditionally, they're used for retirement, especially 401ks from your employer. I highly recommend you check that video out. But for today, we're going to be looking at the financial future with Google Bard AI tool. Our agenda here is to explore the following questions. First of all, where is the world currently at in terms of finance? Why financial health is even important to think about? What are some of the implications of unhealthy spending habits? What are some common strategies to practice good financial health? And what are some common pitfalls preventing people from achieving financial freedom? Sweet. So with that in mind, we're going to look at the first one right away. So I'm going to zoom out now, scroll a little down. All right, so this is going to be our first one. I think this one, a lot of people and young adults kind of know that the world is kind of getting alarmingly complicated in a lot of ways financially. And older adults know it. They've kind of seen the course of financial market shifts and things like the 2009 crisis and things like this in their lifetime. But yeah, let's look at the current state of the world finance system in the lens of Google's Bard AI tool. Sweet. So right away, it mentions COVID-19 having a significant impact, along with the war in Ukraine, concerns about inflation, and then it looks at the Federal Reserve. What are they currently doing in response to inflation? And then against the backdrop, they explore some volatility in the market as a result of the current situations there. And then they talk about these current key ideas to the global financial system and risks. So, inflation, rising interest rates, geopolitical tensions, and cyber attacks. Cyber attacks pretty interesting to think about as our world is becoming more and more digital. But sweet. So we're going to actually copy that. We're going to come back to the notebook, and we are going to throw that right in here. And sweet. So now we have all those notes with under here. And I actually, I put that in the wrong place. My apologies. We're going to put that here. Sweet. So we have that in here now. And then we're going to go into providing some statistical data to support the claims. All right, sweet. So what's really important in life is if you have a claim to something, you should have some sort of data or reasoning to back that up. And we want to make sure that it's reputable source. So we're going to look at that now. So with that in mind, the reason why that is because what is the basis for your claims? Interestingly, they give us the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, Federal Reserve, and the World Economic Forum, all of which I believe are reputable sources. But anyone feel free to interject if they think otherwise. So they give ideas about inflation, cyber attacks, and some other ideas like geopolitical tensions, the war in Ukraine, definitely. Interestingly, the price of Brent crude oil, a global benchmark, has risen from $60 per barrel to $100 per barrel. Wow, that's remarkable over the course of almost a year and a bit. That is quite a bit of money increase. Inflation rose 7.5%, the highest rate of inflation in 40 years. And then rising interest rates. So they tell us rising interest rates and cool. So this is kind of like a little segue into an idea that I was exploring recently with a friend. The first step to solving a problem is recognizing its existence. If you don't read these and kind of think that there's a problem going on, I want to make it apparent to you there's a problem with the financial health of the world. But I'm confident that we can do better, and we can do better together. And that's why I'm here and making this video. So we kind of explored this question already, so I'm going to skip it. I'm actually going to get rid of this cell along with this cell. And so, yeah, they tell about so we covered kind of the first basis. I was happy with that. Sweet. So now let's look at particularly in America and certain age groups. And yeah, let's explore the financial health of different age groups in America in the lens of AI. And I'm going to come back in here. I haven't done this yet, but this is all just some markdown where we can organize our thoughts. So we're just inserting cells here. That's what I'm doing. And I'm going back up and I'm grabbing what I wanted from the agenda to explore in a second. Now let's go back to the tool. Sweet. So, yeah, this is a huge idea. Who is most vulnerable in terms of financial health in America? It's young adults and people who are going to be strained by the system in the future. And that's why I'm kind of interested in this idea. Student loan debt, people just starting out their careers, like who has the most to lose in terms of financial outlook in the future and long-term sustainable things like that. For middle-aged adults, they're in a financial position better than young adults, but they're still facing challenges. They're more likely to be homeowners, but they have higher incomes, higher levels of savings, but they are also likely to be caring for aging parents, etc. Older adults are the most financially secure group in America. They are most likely to be homeowners, to have higher incomes, and to have higher levels of savings. They're also less likely to be living paycheck to paycheck. This is due to a number of factors, including they have had more time to save and invest. They're likely to be retired, and they don't have to worry about work-related expenses. Interestingly enough, so these are some financial challenges all age groups face: the high cost of living, student loan debt, job insecurity, healthcare costs, and this actually answers one of my next questions: is how can we prepare and do better with this? So it gives us 5 great pieces of advice. Granted, this is a tool; it's not a financial advisor, so you have to take this in scrutiny. But here you can see that it says creating a budget, paying down debt, saving for retirement, investing, and getting financial advice. It's okay to talk to a qualified professional. It's okay to seek resources and explore ideas with your friends. Sweet. So with that in mind, we are going to insert that in here. Sweet. That's very insightful. And then we're going to look at some of the unhealthy implications of bad spending habits now. So one thing that I think unhealthy spending habits is just unsustainable. A negative implication could be anxiety. That's a huge one, I know. So it looks like financial stress, right? Anxiety, debt, reduced savings, reduced financial security, reduced quality of life, relationship problems, job loss, health problems. Once again, it gives us the same or similar. Interestingly, now it says get help. If you're struggling to control your spending, there are a number of resources available to you. Cool. And then it kind of comforts us and consoles us in the fact that you're not alone. And, one thing of the beauty of humanity is it is a collective struggle. Everyone's struggling with something. So it's kind of reassuring that it gives us here. Kind of personal note. I like Bard's empathy there. Cool. And sweet. So we kind of got the last one knocked out of the way, and I was kind of content with that. But that was just a quick popcorn session with how we can explore some financial advice in the lens of AI. I hope that was helpful. If anyone wants to see this document, I will likely attach it to some posts I make later, or the comment of this video, or maybe a GitHub file. But yeah, you have a wonderful rest of your day. And if anyone has any other ideas or thoughts they want to think through, I'd be more than happy to do that. Looks like we got some markdown, some poor markdown conversions. But have a great one. Thanks again for tuning in.